What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and here we are again to talk about the rumored PlayStation Showcase, what's going on with it. I would say this is like an impromptu kind of stream, but I did say I would stream today. I didn't necessarily know what time. I just got back from seeing Furiosa. I'm actually going to be doing a review on that on the second channel on Podcast Now Plus. So I'm kind of hyped. I feel like ramming into things. I feel like strong and energetic. So I thought, you know what? Let's talk about, really whatever you guys want to talk about. If there's questions or concerns, or if there's a different topic you want to talk about, we can definitely do that today as well. I'm going to pull up Twitter on the other screen over here just so we can monitor the situation. But, you know, sitting here at 2:34 my time and 1:34 Pacific and 4:44 Eastern, there doesn't seem to be an announcement for a PlayStation Showcase. So not ideal at all, but here we are. So I don't really know. I'm just going to look. I'm going to probably for a good amount of this be looking maybe over here. But no, I don't know what's going on. I haven't lost hope completely. I think what you've started to see today specifically is talk about a showcase versus a state of play. So maybe we get like one versus the other, or maybe we get a state of play, and the showcase was too ambitious for us to think about, right? Honestly, I don't really care. I mean, maybe that's even like video worthy at this point. Like if it's a state of play versus a showcase, does that matter? They've had some good state of plays before. There was one that is engraved in my memory. I think it might have been a 2022 one, maybe a fall of 2022 one that was actually quite good. I don't remember what was shown there, but maybe we can even look it up in this live stream. But I'm also looking that that Atlas movie starring Jennifer Lopez and Simu Liu is currently at 11% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not ideal, but it looked actually not very good in the trailers anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really mind, because I think, you know, if you're going to do like a 30-minute thing, right, like a half hour, you show maybe 2 or 3 of your own games. So maybe that's where you get like Astro. Maybe that's where you get God of War Ragnarok on PC. And then you'd have like the third-party titles, which you can still do, right? You can still do something like a Silent Hill. What are the other? There's other rumors about, Concord. Concord, I believe, is owned by them, right? So, you know, I think you could still do a state of play, make it 30, 40 minutes long. And the reason I say, I guess, state of play, right, is, see, today, I don't know, like, I feel like it's kind of over. Like, it's too, I don't know, like, when does the news normally stop on a Friday? I would give it maybe, like, 20, 30 minutes. Like, if it's going to happen, it actually, funny enough, could happen on this live stream. Is that if it doesn't happen during this, then I really feel you can't really announce it on Monday. Monday's Memorial Day, so maybe you announce it tomorrow on the weekend, which is kind of weird, or you do it on like a Tuesday, and then the state of play is a Thursday or something like that. I just don't know. You know, people are going to look really bad if this doesn't get announced. Not me. I don't really care, but, you know, people like the Jeff Grubbs of the world, you know, some of them might not look amazing. So, I don't know. Dale, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for the kind words. Do you think Pragmata will be in the showcase or in Summer Game Fest? I think Capcom will end up doing their own thing. Because I think Pragmata, I do think Resident Evil, hopefully, maybe, right? I hope that a couple of them would get shown. So I think and Capcom has done their own thing kind of historically, right? So yeah, that's what I hope. I thought their communication would be better after Jim Ryan. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. Here's what I would say, I guess, I just broke a nail. Here's what I would say, honestly, to be fair. Like, this has been drummed up by the community. This has been drummed up by insiders. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily being drummed up. I guess it's from them because you look historically and, like, this is the time that they do it. And, you know, people were, quote, tweeting the announcement of it from last year, right, a year ago. So, in a way, it's like they are kind of responsible for it. But then also, in a way, they're not, because it you know, like, I've pumped it up, and the leakers of the world have pumped it up, and all this stuff has happened. So I can understand why it's not. I don't look at it as communication, if that's fair. And oh my God, thank you so much, buddy. I'll message you on Twitter as well. Thank you, man. Oh, I mean, let me just give you a quick rundown of Furiosa, okay? We'll answer the comment rightly, and then I'm going to do a whole review on Podcast Now Plus as soon as I'm done. Freaking loved it. I don't know. You'll have to let me know on Twitter. I'll message you. You'll have to let me know on Twitter how you thought of it, but I think it enhances Fury Road. I think Fury Road is now even more of a masterpiece than it already was, and I loved it. I think it was kind of deep. Like, I actually felt for Dementis like quite a few times. We'll talk about that in the review, but I mean, Anna Taylor-Joy does such a good job. The younger actress who plays Furiosa, holy dear God. So Furiosa, my lord, what a fantastic film. Not as actiony. I mean, there was a ton of action, but not as actiony as I thought. But that was okay, because I actually thought everything else was just so good. Great to see Immortan Joe, not sounding like him because the guy died sadly, but what a great movie. But thank you so much, buddy. That's massive. I appreciate that. I think I can maybe maybe I don't have to make any videos today. Maybe I hit my my revenue goal. No, I appreciate it. I just made it. Welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here. Fall neck, the tall neck, love it. A little horizon, right? That's got to be a horizon-like thing. What's going on, guys? The showcase makes better sense to be early June along with Summer Game Fest. See, I mean, I don't mind it, right? Like, if it's the same week as Summer Game Fest, that is totally fine. I think it doesn't make sense for, well, not that it doesn't make sense. I'm just basing it historically, right? PlayStation seems to not, like, want to be in that window. And it's not to say they can't show up at Summer Game Fest, because they will. They're on his partner, or whatever it is, not sponsors, but I guess like literally a partner list, right? Sony's on there. So it's not like they won't be there, and they might show a good one or two things, at Summer Game Fest. So, and we'll be live streaming that, on the channel. So they'll be there, but you look at Xbox, you look at Ubisoft that's going to be doing the things 2 days after, and then Ubisoft is 3 days after. I don't know. I think they've just never done it. Could this be the first year that they do it? Certainly, right? But it just hasn't happened yet. So I kind of am in like a wait-and-see type period. Anthony, what's going on? I never know how to say. RWK. Recognize the name and the logo. What's going on? Thanks for being here. Another thing to note is these trailers. Yes, true. Yep. So even though Jim Ryan left, it's not like they can all put together a trailer in a week or two. Right. Yep. That's a very good point. These things, classically, you have like a whole, maybe not department, but you have a couple people, or maybe a department, that literally works on these trailers for at least a month or two. So, yeah. And that's what's interesting about it, because like whatever has been in the works for a while. You know what I mean? Whether it's, unless there is none, then I guess nobody's been working on a trailer, right? But I don't know, like the stuff we've seen with Silent Hill, the stuff that we've seen with, I guess, Concord, the stuff that we've heard just even today on Astro, like I feel like it's coming. I should probably, I should probably refresh Twitter just to make sure. But I think you guys might let me know. Something. I've seen stuff on Black Ops. I've seen stuff on, I guess I see stuff on George Lucas. Pretty much today is like the Doom, not Doom as in like it's a bad thing. Doom as in like Doom the game. Which, by the way, a medieval Doom game, sign me up. Maybe even to buy, because it's on Game Pass. So I don't know if I would buy it, but oh my God, I mean, I'd love something like that. So yeah, nothing going on Twitter. I'll keep refreshing, but I really think we're running out of time. I truly believe that. We have to be patient. Yeah. And the reason why I'm even doing this stream, right? Like, let's just hang out. Let's just talk about, speculation of it. I really want to, like, convey this the right way. Like, am I furious? Am I, like, crying in the corner, like, unbelievably upset that as of right now, nothing's happening? No. I think I used to be, maybe not like that extreme, but I used to be like a little bit more hardcore in the, oh my God, if they don't do this, it's doomsday, or if they don't do that. I mean, honestly, like I'm going to play Brutal Legend, a game that's pretty old. Hellblade 2 just came out. You got Killer Clowns coming out in a few weeks. Like, there's things to do. There's things to play. Games will release. PlayStation games will release. You know what I mean? So it's like if they don't do it tomorrow, if they don't do it today, it's not going to kill me, right? And maybe it would have killed me a little bit more years ago. But for me right now, it's like, it's exciting, and I want to see it, and I want to see some new games. I love seeing new games, right? And it's not even really for the coverage thing. I mean, I love making videos. I love talking to you guys. But even just me as a gamer, I do get excited for new stuff. But, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it will eventually. Oh, my God. My wife and my daughter are out grocery shopping, and then I already have a item that's not in it. There we go. Okay. That's correct. My initials are RWK. Okay. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Let's see. Looking forward to the Capcom show. Yeah, I really hope they do it. I think they normally do it after. Like, I want to say it's normally like the middle to end of June. I could be making that up, but I feel like it's normally a few days after the rest of them. Again, will they do something? Maybe not, but I think they have enough that they could do a little showcase, but we'll see. Do you think they need to come out swinging with zero knowledge of their first party? Yeah. That's why I do think like it might not be a great look, right? If it's a state of play from like the community, you know what I mean? Because they'll look at it and say, "Oh my God, like they have nothing to show, right? It's not a showcase, so there's nothing to show." Not really true, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal to me, at least, because I can still see you do. Like I said, like the idea of doing Concord, Astro, God of War on PC. Gravity Rush, because that was one that was, talked about. So even just doing those 4, now they're not that big, but Astro's Playroom is an amazing game, right? So like I would absolutely take and it's probably going to happen. There's going to be a new Astro game in the fall. And then you do some third-party stuff where you got to do like Silent Hill at the least, right? And then maybe you do like 2 or 3 other ones. Is that the biggest show of all time? No. Is Xbox's show going to be bigger? Yeah. It would actually be like triple as big, but I think it would satisfy me, at least for now, and then maybe you do another state of play. I didn't mention Ghost of Tsushima 2, right? I think if you do a state of play, and I don't remember, like I really got to look up. Maybe let me try to do that on a different tab over here. There's a state of play I'm thinking of. It was like 30 minutes. Did they show I think it was the state of play that they showed the Spider-Man gameplay, if you guys remember that one. That one was a great state of play. It was 30, 40 minutes. I remember there being several games. I mean, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I think that is like the style that you could do. So let me try to look this up. State of play, maybe 2022. Everything revealed in the state of play. Let's see. It might not be this one. God of War Ragnarok story trailer. Sin Duality. They revealed Rise of the Ronin. New story trailer for Stellar Blade. Digital collectibles coming to PlayStation Stars, Hogwarts Haunted Hogsmeade Mission, Pacific Drive, Like a Dragon Ishin release, Demio, Become a Hero on PlayStation VR 2, and Tales, the Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Tekken 8 breaks into a new generation. Maybe it's not that one. I mean, that's actually pretty meaty. Am I thinking of a different one? Did they do one last year? No, because Spider-Man would have... Oh, Spider-Man might not have come out by maybe it was okay. Hold on, let me look at last year, September of 2023. You know what? I think it might have been this one. Baby Steps, Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord. Not a great start here. Resident Evil 4, Avatar: Frontiers Pandora, Ghost Runner 2, Helldivers 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2 expanded look, the deluxe trailer, Tales of Arise, Honkai Star Rail, Foam Stars, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It might have been that one. It might have been that. That's a good list. You know what I mean? Now just replace them, right? So let me scroll back up. Baby Steps, replace it with an indie game, right? Ghostbusters, replace it with something. Resident Evil 4, that's a big game. So put in Silent Hill, a horror game, right? Put Silent Hill in that spot. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I mean, you could do Assassin's Creed if you literally want to keep it with Ubisoft, right? Think of a fall game, Alex. Think of a fall game. I actually don't really have many in my mind. Black Myth, Wukong. Put that there, right? Ghost Runner 2. That's a mid-sized game. Killer Clowns. Or, again, pick a fall game that's kind of mid-sized. Helldivers 2. That's a PlayStation 1, right? So maybe you come up with a PlayStation 1. Concord could be Helldivers 2. Spider-Man 2 can be... You know what I mean? Like, I actually don't think that's a bad... just swap them. Swap what happened last September and just make it different games. Like Foam Stars, put a different multiplayer game in. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that was PlayStation exclusive. I was going to say Kingdom Hearts, but, I don't think that would really make sense. But, I think it's not that hard to do something like that, So hopefully you guys like that little tangent. Let's see. Yeah, the devs at Gorilla were doing a live stream and name one of the fall necks. So I was like, that's the perfect account. Yeah, there you go. There's something very honestly, there's something very satisfying about climbing a tall neck in Horizon. I'm making a video. Actually, it's already done. It'll go up on the weekend. Talking about if we're having too much Horizon. You know how there's always that debate online. So I wanted to tackle that. But I like Horizon more than most people that I see online that at least don't like it. So I think that'll be a good video. We're getting a showcase, and if not a showcase, then a really good state of play. All I needed was a release date for Silent Hill 2 Remake. Yeah, I mean, honestly, give me a release date for Concord. Give me Silent Hill 2 Remake date, which is probably October. Maybe Dragon Ball. Could Sparking Zero be at a state of play, or an Xbox show, or if they could show that in the next, or Summer Game Fest, I guess, right? That would make sense there. Not next week, but showcase will be the first week of June. You just got to be, and I mentioned that a couple minutes ago, right? I don't care. If it's June 4th, June 5th, that's fine by me. June 7th is Summer Game Fest, and normally, they don't do it that close to Summer Game Fest. So do I care if they do it 2 days before? No, it actually makes the week feel more like E3, right? You'd have the showcase, you got Summer Game Fest, you got Xbox, Ubisoft, all in. You'd have 4 shows in like a 6-day period. Feels like E3. Sony's just never done it. So, I'm kind of in like a prove it. Like they have to prove it, not us, right? They need to prove that they're willing to do something like that, and they've never done it. So, Stellar Blade free update is amazing. Yeah, I got to try it. I want to start Brutal Legend because that's a future video for Back to the Past. But, I definitely want to give that boss rush mode a go. And I still have Stellar. I never deleted it, so I still have Stellar Blade ready to go and installed. I think it'll be a state of play now. Yeah, we've been beaten down. We thought showcase, and now we've been beaten down into a state of play. My mom doesn't like the new outfits. Yeah, there's some. I like the outfit that you get from doing the boss rush thing. What's going on, man? Good to see you. I wish I could highlight. Like, I'm reading Applerski, but I wish I could highlight your thing. What's going on, man? Capcom announces Resident Evil on PS shows and then expand on their own shows. Do they? Did they? Maybe. They've done... I remember I made a video where we looked at every time a Resident Evil game was announced and then when it released, and we looked at the difference in the time. I don't remember it being... But it could have been. I just maybe didn't look that hard. I hope either... at the PlayStation event or Summer Games Fest, they announced that Lego Horizon game. Definitely possible. I think you're going to get something Horizon. You'll either get the remaster remake thing. I mean, the Lego one would actually go over better, way better. Good old YouTube didn't get a notification. I don't think I did either. Yeah, because I'm subscribed to myself with a different channel. Yeah, and it should have worked because the notifications reset, and you get three every 24 hours, and I always blow mine and all that jazz. But you should have got a notification for this stream, but I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't because YouTube is like that. And maybe not a release date, but maybe spring 2025. PlayStation is making me mad. We need to know what to expect big release-wise. Yeah, like I said earlier, time continues to move. Games will come out. Ghost of Tsushima 2 is in the works. Naughty Dog is making that new IP and The Last of Us 3. Cory Barlog's making his game, and then you're also probably getting God of War. Blue Point's doing something. Bend is doing something. Like, people are doing things, you know what I mean? And that's something I really try to always remind myself. Honestly, I don't even need to remind myself anymore. I really feel like I'm pretty good with that, where it's just I feel good about... I don't feel good about the future of gaming, like, as a whole. I think there's a lot of issues with it, right? You're seeing a lot of things going wrong, but, games release, right? And you play the new games, you can play old games. I think that's what Back to the Past has helped me out with. I play so many old games. When games want to be shown, they'll be shown. And we'll talk about it, right? When Assassin's Creed Shadows has its controversy, we talk about it. When Helldivers does its stuff, so, you just gotta be a little patient. I get being upset about this, but let's see. No Spider-Man 2 gameplay was at the PlayStation Showcase last year. Yeah. Well, it was a state of play. I'm looking at it right now. The expanded Marvel New York, which was that like 4-minute when it showed like the icons are not on the map. They're like as you're swinging, you can see them. That was last September. That was a state of play. The last few days I've been checking PlayStation Vlog every hour. So I mean, yeah, I've been on, honestly, you know, because I've been here and there. Like I go in and out. And today, you know, I saw Furiosa and I really felt good. Like, well, one of these days when I'm gone, I'm going to come back. I'm going to look at my phone. I'm going to have a lot of notifications because people said, Alex, it happened. And it never happened. And it's actually quite shocking. Also, let me ask you, why is, I see the rumor here, Black Ops 6 will be on last-gen consoles. Can we please let the PS4 and Xbox One die? Please. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to refresh. Anything exciting? Maybe I should write that down. That's a good topic. We need to let consoles die. COD last gen. See, although I'm only 27, as I've told you before, I tend to act like I'm 80 and just write things down instead of, like, type things down. Okay, what else we got? We don't have to only talk about PlayStation, by the way. If you want to talk about other games or movies or whatever, we can do that in the stream. But PlayStation is the primary focus here. Make sure, this is a good time to say, if you're enjoying it, leave a like. Likes do help, I think, live streams. They used to help them. I don't know if they help them anymore, but I'd appreciate. What's up, Kaon? Hopefully Resident Evil 9 gets shown. At the PlayStation thing or at a Capcom thing? I think it will get shown at something. Probably going to be an underwhelming state of play. Maybe, but, you know, we'll see. I just want it to be announced. The funny thing is, I just want it to be announced, and then we can kind of go over our predictions for, like, what even makes sense. Or, you know, when they announce it and they say in the PlayStation blog, they tend to give you an okay idea of what to expect. So, like, you know, I mean, we can set our expectations, but we need to know something's happening first, and that's why that's probably my biggest frustration is just being stuck in that limbo. Because, you know, I want to talk about Ghost of Tsushima too. I want to talk about the Lego Horizon game more, but it's like, do those make sense to be announced if it's a state of play versus a showcase, right? Like, you know, I think it changes. I still think a showcase because leakers said Silent Hill 2, Astro, Concord in the next 2 weeks. Yeah, but, well, you know, like I just read, the last state of play, September 2023, it was a pretty okay state of play. Let's read it. Let me read it one more time as I see we get more people coming in, right? So just for reference, if you came in late, I was reading, I actually did 2022 as well, right? There was 2 state of plays, September of 2022 or the fall, and then fall of 2023, September of 2023. Last fall, they did a state of play, and they had the game Baby Steps, Ghostbusters, Resident Evil 4, Avatar Frontiers Pandora, Ghost Runner 2, Deep Earth Collection, which was the controllers, Helldivers 2, the gameplay for Spider-Man, the deluxe or digital deluxe trailer for Spider-Man, Tales of Arise, Honkai Star Rail, Foam Stars, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's a pretty big show. I mean, it is. You might not like all those games. You don't have to, you know, but it's the size of the games and what they did. That's a pretty good show. So if they do that, and, you know, as I said a few minutes ago, you know, in the stream, just replace some of them, right? Replace Helldivers with Concord. Replace Resident Evil with Silent Hill. It would work. It would work. It would line up. So I don't think, as I said earlier, like, if it's a state of play, I know it's going to look disappointing, and it might be disappointing. I'm not saying it's going to be, you know, but we have evidence that, like, they can do good state of plays if they want. So, like, I wouldn't immediately say, oh, we're screwed. You know what I mean? I think that's what I would say. DJ Steph, what's up? Hopefully Ghost of Tsushima 2 comes to PC soon after console. Yeah, I think they are doing the, like, 6 months to a year thing from now on. I don't think you're going to have to wait 2, 3, 4 years. So that's what I am hopeful for, at least, right? Okay, let me try to catch up here. Jim Harrison, what's going on, buddy? After RE9, Capcom should remake Code Veronica. I agree. And then take a break from RE and remake the first Dino Crisis. Yes. I'm actually all for that. I think it's a great comment, and I second it. We need to see Ghost 2, Wolverine, or something from Insomniac, new IP from Naughty Dog, and Sony Santa Monica. I'll be happy with at least a state of play. Telos, what's going on, buddy? I want Pragmata info. There's a lot. You know, I'm happy about that. I've covered Pragmata, I think, since the beginning when they showed it at the Was it a PlayStation Showcase they showed it? I've covered it since then, and I'm excited for it. I think it can really be the next big thing from Capcom. So I'm glad to see people are into that. Did you see that Sly Cooper tease someone made? Canadian guy, maybe? I saw he did like a live stream on it. I saw he did a video, but I don't know if I saw a tease. The big question is, would Lego Horizon be exclusive to PS5? Or like PC as well? Maybe both, but it wouldn't be on Xbox. Alex is online. Hello. I know, notifications. I want a Lego God of War game. They can use red Legos for the Bloodsport. Yeah, and when I made the Horizon one, and then people left their comments, and I gotta be honest, like I've come around to it to an okay degree. I think it's not what I would have done, but like if they want to do some weird like Lego movement with their IPs, I'm not opposed to it. I wouldn't do it, but I think it's interesting for sure. It's kind of weird. I need Kingdom Hearts. Me too. And I think Kingdom Hearts is building. I think we're gonna get something Kingdom Hearts rather soon. I'm hyped for a new Astro game. Me too. Astro's I think I've said this controversially before. I gotta be, in terms of exclusives, just on PS5. Is now Ragnarok. Is that only on PS5? So you got like Ragnarok. You have Spider-Man 2. You have Returnal. You have Astro. You have a few others. Astro is definitely in the top 2. Like, I really believe Astro is just so good. Astro's Playroom. Like, I just think it does the stuff with the controller that no other game has done. It respects the history of PlayStation in a way that you just don't see. I think Team Asobi is very talented. One of the more talented studios they have. So, yeah, I hope people will support it. Because, it was free, right? It came with the PS5. It's the highest selling PS5 game out there, right? Because everybody has it. But if you have to pay for it now, then, is it going to be as great? I don't know. Okay. Jeff Krebs said a few days. May isn't done yet because people are asking. Yeah, I saw that. I don't understand why they haven't announced the showcase yet. Alex, it's okay to get mad at PlayStation. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. You get mad, you don't get mad, I'm not gonna say what you have to do. I hope Kingdom Hearts 4 releases next year. I think Kingdom Hearts 4 is either gonna be like November, December of 2025, or it'll be very early 2026. I'm watching your Meeks twins vid, and I feel it would be a huge shock factor if both twins died at the start of 7. That would be pretty big. But to quickly make it about Scream, I just don't know if you could get them back to kill that. I don't know if they would sign the contract, but it would be big. I'm excited for this year's Summer Game Fest even more than the showcase when it happens, if I'm being honest, mainly given what could show up. Yeah, I think Summer Game Fest has the potential to do, it has the potential to do like the Dragon Ages of the world, the Wolf Among Us of the world. Like it's got a lot of potential. So. But a known leaker, who I'm not sure is reliable or not, made a tweet teasing something Sly Cooper related. Okay, well, now I have to look it up. Now I've got to look it up. Let's see. Should I just type in Sly Cooper? Sly Cooper, let me find this tease. Well, the first thing I saw kind of scared me. What should I type? You have to let me know. I'll believe it when it actually happens. You know me with Sly Cooper. I'm waiting though. As I've said before, like I'm waiting for Sly to be announced so that I can like drop. What's funny? I'm just looking at it literally right now. Happy 20th birthday, Sly Cooper. It was from PlayStation back on September 23rd, 2022. Happy 20th birthday, Sly. Sucker Punch celebrates the charismatic Crooks milestone with development memories and new merch. 21,000 likes. That is quite the amount of likes for a game that I guess can't really sell. Oh, I see it. I see Blue Knight, who's a great guy. I don't know who this is, if they're a leaker or what, but this is getting strange. For all we know, this could just be a copycat move, and it means absolutely nothing at all. So who is this person? Chicho did a post on Sly. They're a Spanish. Do they know? I mean, they did something on Astro, but I don't know if they know anything. I feel like they're just kind of riding. What does this translate to? I can't look at the translation. I'll keep an eye on Sly. And I'll like the Blue Knight tweet so I can see it. We'll see. I mean, you know how excited I would get if we actually freaking got Sly Cooper. Okay. The question is, are we getting Crimson Desert or not? We could. We could. Let me text my daughter again. Okay. I know you want Crimson Desert. Is this state of play versus showcase just speculation? Well, yeah, I think it's because of the distance between when you announce a state of play to when it happens or when you announce a showcase to when it happens, right? I think that's where people are getting caught up. I really need Dragon Age Dreadwolf to be good. BioWare yeah. Now, Dragon Age needs to, Dragon Age cannot afford to fail. Otherwise, I'd get very, very scared about BioWare. Okay. I want one party stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know people want just PlayStation things, but, they don't have as many teams. I mean, they've closed teams, so I think it actually is fair to say they don't have as many teams as they used to. And games just, as we've talked about, games just take so long to make, and, when they're trying to make all their studios 2 studio teams, right? So they can make 2 games at a time, so you're not waiting 5 years. But, the longer games take to make, you're just going to have to wait longer, for games to come out from specific companies, I guess. Again, games do release. Games come out kind of all the time. No, there's been no state of play or showcase announcement. Just buy the console. The game is on. I love Gears of War, but I'm not going to beg for a PS5 port. LOL. I'll just get an Xbox for them. Yeah. I'm almost done. I've been playing Gears of War 3 with a friend of mine, and it's probably the weakest of that trilogy, got to be honest, but I really like Gears 1 through 3. There have been many good state of plays, but they are so inconsistent, and they are mostly gaming updates, not announcements. True. That's fair. If you go, yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. I think the big ones we talk about, though, obviously not Ghost 2, right? Not Ghost 2. But we need an update for Silent Hill. Gravity Rush, say a remaster, is on a smaller scale. God of War Ragnarok on PC is on a smaller scale. Concord is technically an update because we do have the trailer, the announcement trailer for it, right? So you can stretch it. You can stretch it to kind of finagle, your way through it. But I get what you mean. Yeah, I think it would rule out Ghost 2. I think it would rule out Ben's game or Blue Point's game. I think you wouldn't get those. So I do think that would be important to remember. But Gears 4 and 5 look terrible to me, so I didn't get an Xbox One. Yeah. I'm going to play Judgment and 5 very, very soon. Do you still think we are getting a showcase next week? No, I'm starting to think it's a state of play next week. So I'll say that, JJ. Ragnarok was on PS4. Okay. Eliminate it from my list then. Shoot. So you really have Spider-Man. Oh, Ratchet and Clank. Spider-Man, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. I guess Final Fantasy. Okay, Final Fantasy actually puts it, because I think Final Fantasy is the best game of that group. So then Astro can't be number 1. But, I mean, I like to exaggerate a little, but I really think Astro's Playroom is an incredibly good game. And when they announce the new Astrobot game, I will replay Playroom and we'll talk about it yet again. I want Spider-Man 2 to get DLC, but I don't think it will, because I'm kind of just confused on what they're doing. Is Wolverine first or Venom? The multiplayer thing for Spider-Man was canceled. Are you going to do a DLC? The Venom game isn't DLC, but it's kind of like a Miles thing. I'm kind of confused on what Insomniac is up to. Getting a console for a game is crazy. Would prefer them just to be everywhere. Yeah. I mean, I think the general idea is it's supposed to be for like a collection of games. You know, some people do buy a console for one specific game and then you just stick with it, right? In a way that becomes a ecosystem of games, not just one, but you bought it just for one. You know, I bought the PS3 for Prototype, which was third party, which came out on Xbox as well. So it's like I just did it, and then I played Infamous. Then I think MotorStorm and Resistance were the first ones I played. So I probably played Uncharted after that. So, you know, then I got it. Then I got into the PlayStation ecosystem, but I actually got my PS3 because of Prototype, which was not a console exclusive. And I didn't even know about Uncharted at all. Zero. I didn't know about Uncharted at all when I got the PS3. We need a Fear remake? Yes. Yes. I love Fear. I remember playing that. Oh my god. I gotta catch up. You do devalue a platform by not having exclusives, but we're kind of like moving out of that era into just like what people are comfortable with. So there's a good chance the showcase just ends up happening in September instead. Maybe, yeah. I've done some videos on Summer Game Fest. A lot of them have been on Podcast Now Plus, but probably over the next 2 weeks. You know, I mean, Summer Game Fest is literally 2 weeks today. So I'll do a couple more. We'll do like an overall predictions video for Summer Game Fest. So there'll be stuff. Yeah. So I got the Sly thing. I'll try to catch up. 3 years. Oh my God, Brick Boy. So yeah, May. Does that make sense? Yeah, May of 2021 is when I got 50K and then enabled memberships and showed my face. So, well, number one, I appreciate you being here for so long. It's kind of a miracle. But, wow, 3 years. I've slowed. 3 years, I've gained 28,000 subscribers. I have 2 more channels. Right? I think I had Podcast Now Plus back then. I made Back to the Past. I'm happy with how things are going. We're going to get that, whatever the play button is, we're going to get that one day. Sony is slowly becoming Konami because Xbox is turning into a joke. Well, as long as, I don't know, Konami can do some pretty wild stuff. I wish Sony would release the PS2 God of War, Ratchet & Clank, and Sly Cooper on PS4 or 5 like they did with Jack. Oh, with the cloud thing? Or like PlayStation Now formerly? Yeah. Yeah. When do you think it gets announced? The showcase or the state of play? I mean, at this point, I think my prediction, like if it doesn't happen today, which I mean, we're kind of running out of time for it to happen today, I think it would have to be Tuesday you announce it. And then, I don't know. But, okay, so now I'm seeing this Sly thing, and also Roberto Serrano did it, and he doesn't really know what's going on, but it is kind of weird what's happening. Am I going to have to make a video on this? Let me write it down. Why we need to get excited for Sly just to be sorely disappointed is quite upsetting to me. I don't think the Sly community deserves to be pushed around, as much as they do. EA Skate News, a new Sly Cooper game might get revealed at Summer Game Fest. Who are these people? Who are the? I think people are just tweeting things now. Also, you know what's interesting about the Twitter algorithm? I like one tweet from Blue Knight V2.0, which again, he's a great guy. I watch his YouTube stuff. But I like one tweet, and now I see like 80 of his tweets. It's like, okay, I guess whatever. Now that it's been 4 months since Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, what are your thoughts on it? It's still my personal game of the year. It's up there. It's up there for me too. I think when I did a ranking, right? I did a ranking a quarter of the way through, and it might have moved down because of Stellar Blade and maybe Hellblade. I don't know about Hellblade. I think maybe Stellar Blade. But no, I think it's still in the top half. I think Prince of Persia is one of the better Ubisoft games they've made in a long time. Yeah, no, I think it's going to age really well. I think it's always going to kind of be looked at really well. So yeah, no, I still think it's a great game, and I have no I have total respect, I guess, for saying that it's your game of the year. I think I could absolutely understand that. Crimson Desert. I know we got some Crimson Desert fans in here. I think Jeff has shown it. Jeff's shown it before, right? DJ Steph, get in here and you tell me if Jeff has shown it before. I think he has because we've watched it live before. I think he did it at Summer Game Fest. So I wouldn't be shocked. Crimson Desert will be at Gamescom, according to them. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That just breaks the hope. Alex, what's up? Ghost 2, let's go. Finally made a stream after a while. Yes, I appreciate it. Just so all you know, I do these streams every Friday. You know, this is just a scheduling update. Every Friday. Next week, we're doing something very, very special to celebrate Infamous turning 15 years old. I'm going to be streaming it on my third channel, my retrospective channel, Podcast Now Back to the Past. Really excited. I wanted to do it today, but I came home from Furiosa and I just fired the stream up. I want a multi-stream. I finally learned how to do it. So I think I'm going to stream Infamous on my third channel as well as Twitch. I do have a Twitch channel. I just never talk about it. So I'll probably multi-stream with that, and we'll play some Evil. We'll go through, not the whole game, but we'll do an Evil path on Infamous 1, okay? So if you guys want to join me there, Podcast Now, Back to the Past. I'm going to make a essay video on it on Tuesday, and then we'll do a live stream on Friday. So that's next week, and then week after, 2 weeks on Friday, is Summer Game Fest. We'll be live right here, and we'll be doing it. As I've said before, though, I can't stream Xbox, and I can't stream Ubisoft, but I will co-stream Summer Game Fest. I'll make videos on the other two, and then we'll be live, sometime after that. Okay, so that's kind of the next 2-3 weeks. In case you guys are interested, which I hope you're interested. Okay. Could the Iron Man EA game or Black Panther game be announced at Summer Game Fest? I don't think Iron Man is. I don't think either of those are far enough ready. But Iron Man, I feel more confident in saying it's not ready. Wario said we should get a reveal for Astro Bot game next week. So it's got to be a state of play next week then, right? It just has to be. Do you think 2K's game announcement is BioShock? I wanted it. Yeah, I wanted it to be BioShock, and when they first said that, I thought it was BioShock or Mafia, but I do feel pretty confident that it's Borderlands, that they're talking about Borderlands 4. So that's what I think the 2K announcement is, sadly. I wanted it to be BioShock. And yeah, Oops Leaks has sadly been discredited off the planet, so they're gone. The IO Interactive 007 game. That'd be a cool one. I'll say, okay, if we're going with prediction, I'll predict no, but I would like it to happen. Pentiment on PS. I tried to play Pentiment on Xbox, and I played it for 2-3 hours, and I understand what it's doing, but my mind wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to get historical. I wasn't ready to read that. I kind of knew what the game was, so I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't remember when it came out. I feel like I jumped off of it into a different game pretty quickly, but I can see the beauty in Pentiment. I think it's a really nicely, I like the art style quite a bit. Every time I watch Scream 5, I think of how good it is, but Dewey's death always bugs me. It's not the fact that he died, it's how he... Yeah, especially now after 5 and 6, and now what they're doing with the... I think that might age worse now, so I could understand that. Imagine having the worst showcase of all time. None of your fans wait a whole year just to have a state of play. Couldn't be me. That's the optics of it. That's just not going to look good, So I would agree with you that is how it looks, and that's very bad. I can't wait for Little Nightmares 3. Me neither. I'm going to replay 1 and 2. I love those games. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 are great. I played Ragnarok on PS4 because I didn't get a PS5 until December. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I thought it was only on PS5, but I kind of wanted it to only be on PS5, but I get it. So I think Naughty Dog... No, I would personally say no. Again, I want all of these things. I want to see Naughty Dog's game, but I just don't think they'll show it. I think it's too early. PlayStation Showcase is going to suck. They should give some more gameplay and not CGI trailers. Well, honestly, the hope is that this show would be that, because you did a lot of that last year. You showed a lot of trailers last year. When you show Concord, you need to show gameplay. When you show Silent Hill 2, you probably would just do a trailer, but it could have gameplay in the trailer, and you give a release date. You know what I mean? That's, I think, what's exciting about what PlayStation can do is this is the update show where it's, you know what I mean? Where it's now let's see it more, or let's get a date for it. We're past the cinematic reveal. And you could do that for some, like Ghost 2 or something, right? But that's my stance on it, at least. I feel like Spider-Man 2 might not get DLC because of how rushed it was, so I don't think they would also have. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They were definitely rushed. How was your movie? Loved it. Loved it, man. I thought it was awesome. Good to see you. I'm glad you're following me on Twitter. No, I really liked Fear. I'm going to do a review. As soon as we're done here, I wrote a couple videos. I want to talk about that Doom game that was, that's going to happen. Definitely want to do that. We might have to talk about Sly Cooper all of a sudden. And I want to do the Furiosa review. So I got several videos coming in the next couple hours. But I love Furiosa. I bought a 360 for Gears, and then my 360 playing friend introduced me to BioShock and Mass. Oh, okay. Yep. I think my friends continued to get Xbox when I was in school because of Halo 3, so 360 and all that. I think that's what got them. And they wanted me to get an Xbox, and I chose PlayStation. But I don't even really know why. I made it. Goes to is what I want. Me too. What will PlayStation show at Summer Game Fest? Probably won't be big. Maybe, but they have shown big stuff before. So, yeah. No, I know. May 28th. That was Special Nick. You never know about Special Nick, right? Jack is available as a purchase and download, not through the cloud. Yes. Yep. And that's why I think the emulation of PS2, PS3 is so important to the PlayStation ecosystem, so we can get those games not through the cloud. But okay. People keep giving credibility to these inside. That's what I'm saying. Like, Special Nick, he seems like a good guy. Like, I really have nothing against most of them. I'm not a huge Jeff Grubb fan. I'm not a huge Jason Schreier fan, but I don't think they're, like, evil. But Special Nick seems like a good guy, and he's gotten stuff right, but, he's burned me before. And so I got to be careful believing what he says. Alex, what do you think happened with Ghost 2? Because the leaks said this month. Well, I don't know if there was ever a leak that they would announce Ghost 2 this month. I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? But I think it's possible. Since Multiverses is coming out, PS All... Yes, I mean, come on. That's a good one, though. Multiverses next Tuesday. Maybe we can live stream Multiverses on Podcast Now Plus in, like, the middle of the week next week. That'd be maybe a fun, weird stream. I definitely want to play Multiverses. Jeff Grubb said BioWare is very happy with Dragon Age Dreadwolf, so I hope... Yeah, no, it seems positive. Like, the talk on Dragon Age seems positive, and I'm really excited about that. So that's good. Okay, I've almost caught up. This is actually shocking. Alex, when are you going to get to playing the... July. July, I'm going to play GTA 3, and then I'm going to do San Andreas and Vice City, and then I'll do 4 and 5. So... July will be the first one, and then maybe every 2 or 3 months I'll do another one. I'm gonna go through. I'm not gonna do 1 and. I mean, maybe I'll do 1 and 2. I'd have to figure out a different way of doing 1 and 2, but I'm gonna do 3 through now, and I'm gonna do it on Back to the Past. So yeah. Would you be happy if the next Sly game announces a Lego game? No, I would not be happy. I'd be furious. I would flip out. Yeah, I'd be pretty mad. Would Jeff even let Konami show? No, I don't think he would. Yeah, I don't think he would. I don't think Jeff will ever work with Konami. So that's a great point. Honestly, good memory. All I want to see is if they're definitely making Ghost 2. They are. Do you think we see Guitar Hero and Rock Band return? Oh man, I love it. I think no. Because of the accessories, and that breaks my heart because I loved Rock Band. I got Green Day Rock Band, Beatles Rock Band. I mean, I play music, I play guitar, and I like drums, but I just never really got into playing drums. But I'm a musician at times, and it sucks that those games have been shunned the way they have. But it's just because they're too expensive. You have to buy the game, but you also need to buy the accessories, and that just won't work nowadays. So it really sucks. WB Multiverses on Summer Game Fest. I think the WB part of Summer Game Fest is Arkham Shadows, the VR game. That's what I think they're there for. Pentiment took me 28 hours. Yeah. I mean, I played it for like 2, and it was an interesting premise. I really liked the setup. It was just, I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I have the mental energy to give to. If I'm gonna play Pentiment, I gotta give it what it deserves. Same way of like a Baldur's Gate. If I'm actually, I stopped. I'm a coward. I'm pathetic. I need to go back to Baldur's Gate 3. But if I do, I want to give it the time it deserves. I want to dedicate 100 hours. I want to give the game 3 weeks of my time. Right? Just let me play the game. And I needed to do that with Pentiment, and I didn't do it. Nate the Hate said Doom's going to be announced for PS5. Yes, I did see that. That's going to be very awkward. It's going to be very awkward. What do you think the secret showcase is about? What do you mean by that? What do you think the secret showcase is? Like why it is secret, or what do I literally think is going to be at the showcase? What about Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman I've been beaten down, in terms of my hopes for. But no, I think I stand on my prediction. I think we're going to get something on Wonder Woman before the end of the year. That's what I don't think it's going to happen now. I think we'll see the new Tomb Raider there. I want that as well. I think Tomb Raider's close. I think that Tomb Raider game is close. I really only think it's like a year or two out. So I think that's definitely possible. Or like a Game Awards. Tomb Raider feels like a Game Awards type game to me. Okay. What if we don't get one because Sony knows they have no competition? Yeah, but I mean they might think that, but like again, like they either made it or they didn't make it. You know what I mean? Like they either made the showcase and have these developers make trailers or they didn't. I don't think they're going to stop doing showcases because they think that there's no competition. I think that'd be a really fast way to just tank. I just don't believe that. I really don't. I think it would just be more likely that they're not ready. They're not ready to show stuff, Funko Fusion. I'm interested in that game, but I will not promise that I will get that game. But I have seen stuff on it. Think Sonic / Cross Shadow Generate. Yeah, I think that's possible. Any thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 4? I really hope it's at Summer Game Fest. I really want it to be at Summer Game Fest, and I can't freaking wait. No, I'm really pumped for Kingdom Hearts 4. You're about to see in the next couple, whenever they start to really get into Kingdom Hearts, you're going to see this channel have a lot of Kingdom Hearts content. All my channels, actually. So it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I really should rank my favorite franchises of all time. Kingdom Hearts has to be in the top 5, easily. I'm getting impatient on the Sonic 3 trailer. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that either. Do you think that... Oh, yeah, Lost Soul aside. I don't know if it... I mean, the China thing, remember there was the thing I made it on Podcast Now Plus, right? That seems to indicate it's kind of ready to go. So I do think Lost Soul aside could happen this year. Yeah. Is Nick a credible guy? I wouldn't say he's as credible as Jeff Grubb or Schreier. He's like the tier down where he's a little bit more iffy, but he's sometimes reliable. We finally got a release date for GTA. Well, we got a release window. Do you think it'll be on the anniversary of GTA 5? I think they like September, but they can do whenever. They've done September. They did October for Red Dead, so I don't think it has to be, you know what I mean? I don't think it has to be a specific time. No, I'm going to play the PS2 version. I have the... Actually, no, I don't... Not PS2, Xbox. I have the Xbox version of GTA 3 over there. So, I'm going to play that. I don't know if it's backwards compatible, and I have a 360, but I don't have the original Xbox. So, maybe I should look it up, and if it's not compatible, I'm going to need to get GTA 3 for the PS2. Because I do know my PS2, obviously, works. I thought the reports were Ghost 2 early summer. No, I don't think I ever saw. I don't think there was ever actual reports. I think we just kind of thought that it makes sense, Oh, favorite Resident Evil game? I have a soft spot for 5. I don't think it's my favorite. I think 7 really did something for me to really like invigorate my love for the franchise. 4 is very legendary. 2... It's tough. Like, I might say 7 and just, like, what it did for me with the franchise at the time. You know what I mean? So maybe that's, like, a special type of game. I don't know if it's I think the best Resident Evil probably is 2. 2, 4, maybe Code Veronica. You know what I mean? Like, maybe those 3. But it's tough. Like, it's a great franchise. Like, 6 I didn't like at the time. I hated it. But I don't know if I hate it now. Like, I haven't played it in so long. So, Resident Evil is just always kind of good. No, I would play a Sly Lego game, but I don't know if I would want a Sly Lego game. I'm playing Persona 3 real. Nice. I've got to play it. I've wanted to play it. I gotta find time to play Persona 3. I messaged a friend about Persona 3, I think 2 days ago. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do Persona 3. Hopefully this summer. Maybe I can get through it. Silent Hill 2 this October. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Still waiting for Little Devil Inside. It could be there, man. I mean, it could be there. Apparently, the PS5 showcase is leaking currently. Okay. Let's look. Let's see. I see COD. I don't see everything on Twitter, but I feel like I would see PlayStation. And I don't see a PlayStation. Are you lying to me? You gotta be. I will say this. No, like just in not like aggressiveness. You have to be careful around these times. You've got to be careful for leaks and stuff because people just literally make stuff up. Not like the well-known names, but you could see like on Reddit somebody would drop like, "Hey, here's 15 games at the PlayStation event," and people just do that. You know what I mean? And they're pretty easy normally to recognize as fake. But you just got to be careful. Okay. Multiverses. So, I want Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, Ben 10. Those are probably my top 3. Don't ask me about Powerpuff Girls. Those are my 3. Have you seen the Little Big Planet 4 ad on Twitter? I did. I actually think I did. Because I saw something a Little Big. Yeah. No, I've got a with all the stuff that happened. Okay. My dog really wants attention. With all of the stuff on Little Big Planet, like I'm in the mood to play them. I actually don't. I only own, and the kart racer I'm gonna count. Of those 4, and I guess Sackboy is 5. I only own 2 or 3 of those 5. So I gotta get them all, and I want them physically, and I want them on PS3. So I gotta get on that. Square Enix isn't on the list of partners. Yeah, it would have to be a surprise. Silent Hill 2 has been in development for such a long time. Wouldn't August or September release make sense? Yeah, I mean, it could. I think you want October for Halloween, but I think you could do September and still ride Halloween, right? I don't really think it matters. So either one. My top 4 game list is The Witcher 3, Mass Effect Trilogy, Uncharted 2, and God of War. God of War 2, wow. God of War 2 is a very good game. I've always loved 3. 3 is my favorite God of War, but 2 is a very good one. I think very possibly next week. Do you think I think the fall is good. I would agree to an extent. I think the fall is going to be more dry than previous falls, but I don't think it's going to be like barren, like empty. I think it's going to be more dry than you think it is, maybe. When you think the Switch 2 is going to be revealed? Fall. Probably the fall, because they're not going to do it. Nintendo's not going to do it in June, right? But I mean, today is 4 days before. So unless they're going to announce it on a Sunday, which they're not going to do that, I don't know. I don't think there were any specific Ghost 2 leaks. There was. I don't think there was leaks. I've talked about it. I'm pretty confident. Like, I'm confident that they're making Ghost 2, and I'm confident the game comes out either next year or the year after. Like that, I'm pretty confident on that. And I think it makes a lot of sense to show it the next time you do a big event, because it's in that window where it's coming out within the next 2 years. And so you could do like a really big like cinematic trailer, and then the turnaround time to gameplay would not be all that far out. I just think it makes so much sense. But I don't think we ever seen anything. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to probably wrap up in the next couple minutes. So I'm really going to try to just rapid fire here through these. The OG Silent Hill 2 is my favorite game. I'm sick and tired of waiting, man. Yeah. No, I feel you. I do play Elden Ring. I'm going to replay. I don't know if I'm going to restart it, but I do want to jump back into Elden Ring, play it a little, and then do the DLC. So that's my plan. But I'm going to do the DLC in June. Persona 3 is goated. I believe it. I haven't played it, but I want to very bad. I freaking love Persona. Persona is also one of the better franchises. There's a lot of great franchises if you think about it. Which surprise game announcements they will be showing? Which surprise games? I think Ghost 2 would still be a surprise game, so I would go with that. Codename Kids Next Door. Oh my God. Do they own Codename Kids Next Door? Then yes, I would love. I freaking love them. Another PS1 game I haven't played from Capcom. I've heard is great. I've heard of that, but I've never played it either. Powerpuff Girls, yeah. Do you think Wolf will release this year? I think it should. Will it? Yeah. No, I think the Powerpuff Girls are just really cool because then you could even do like Mojo Jojo, and the Powerpuff Girls you could do like a Pokemon trainer in Smash where like so you're not they're not they're not 3 characters, they're 1, but you can rotate them. I think that's a good idea. Do you think Mafia 4 is going to be at Summer Game Fest? No, because I think it's Borderlands, but I would love it. I would love Mafia 4 to be there. I just started playing Hogwarts Legacy. Wanted to know what you thought of it. Yeah, I covered it a lot. I liked it a lot. I think it's got too much fluff. It's got too much of the like collectibles and stuff. But Hogwarts Castle is elite. The combat is elite. It is a great game. It really is. It's rough around the edges and it's not perfect, but I think you'll enjoy it. I think GTA 6 is October or November next year. I think Jeff Keighley shows I think they're a bit overhyped, including from myself. I overhyped them too. God of War 2 has been my favorite game since it came out in 2007. Yeah. All right, let me look. Which character would you consider the PlayStation mascot? Right now, Aloy or Ellie. Right now, I would say that. I talked about I did the video on Persona's logo on my second channel, Podcast Now Plus. I did that video last night. So yeah, I saw that. Pretty cool. It's not even just the logo that's important, it's the color scheme for me. Thoughts about the Fallout collab in Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite, but I think it's cool. I also think it's kind of a sick joke because people want more Fallout. You know what I mean? So yeah. Was watching some of the Remedy streams on catch up. No worries. I'm going to head off in just a few. Kratos. Yeah. Spider-Man, Kratos, Aloy, Ellie. Those are like the big 4 right now. I would say. Okay, yeah. All right. I got to get off, guys. I'm sorry. Duty calls. I gotta do something. But okay, so the plan, like I said, next Friday, I'm gonna be streaming Infamous on my 3rd channel, Podcast Now, Back to the Past. If you're not subscribed there, it's in the link. It's in the description. Just hit read more on the description. Subscribe to Back to the Past. I'll be streaming Infamous. We'll talk about Summer Game Fest maybe before it happens, but I'm gonna co-stream it. And if there is a PlayStation Showcase in the next 2 weeks, I'll co-stream that as well. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you again with a PlayStation event. But there'll be videos today. There'll be videos over the weekend if you guys want to check them out over various topics. But no, I appreciate you guys being here. For sure, I'll see you next Friday. Maybe I'll see you before then. I'll let you know on Twitter and other places, okay? Take care. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on the next one.